The time has finally arrived for you to say goodbye to financial concern. Beautiful. Welcome in, Taurus, to your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2024. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing as I thoroughly cleanse the energy. But I do want to briefly apologize for not getting this reading out right on time. Try to get them out into the universe by the first of the month, but life did happen. So let's do some shuffling and pull an overall energy to begin your reading from the Good Tarot. And then I have the Gilded Tarot Royale for the main part of the reading. But to ensure we end up with just one, because cards do go flying at times on this channel, the Queen of Fire. Beautiful, powerful, passionate energy. And they're saying you are wholeheartedly 1000% embodying this energy throughout the month. And it feels like a time for you where you're charging forth and kind of a Hermit card, Nine of Pentacles vibe. You're very independently doing what you have to do and paving the way towards more success, more financial comfort, and I want to say cleaning things up for yourself and potentially your loved ones all the meanwhile. I'm hearing a clean foundation to move forward and build upon success after success after success. But it feels like a time for you where you may be getting creative ideas left and right in regards to how to expand or improve, move your business further along or get one off the ground. It could be in regards to a business idea. It also could be how to most efficiently and productively shift forward with a job or how to land a specific opportunity otherwise. But it feels like it is a month where you have a lot going on, and especially after the first half is wrapped up. So within the second half of the month or so, things will be picking up in pace for you, Taurus. Whether it's more customers, clientele, things are picking up, getting off the ground. Could be you taking something else on or adding something onto your plate. Do you get the point? And it's all positive. It feels very passionate and successful. But especially in the second half of the month, but let's say the month as a whole, write things down when they come to you like that, because it could definitely be, possibly could be a gift from spirit, or your intuition or something you're remembering. But then something could very quickly take your attention, distract you, also potentially for a positive reason or two. But let's stay organized and write things down and not dilly-dally. That's kind of the vibe, because I sense that even when you don't feel like you don't have everything on your plate, or you are going to have more moving forward, or you could have a busier schedule or more obligations to take care of, I do sense that things will still feel busy. You'll be creating things to do. You might even feel randomly inspired to passionately get something done when you don't have to, or maybe wasn't going to be the time period or the time for you when you were planning to get it done. Bear with me. But they're saying you may not be feeling out the energy or sensing how you may get flustered or mess up, or how things may be more difficult when you were planning on doing it, or when you were going to. And so recognize that the inspiration, the random movement towards getting it done at that point, maybe a little bit earlier or whatever the case may be, or maybe to delay it a little bit longer, very much purposeful. It's going to work to your advantage. Sorry, I struggled there. We have the Four of Cups, the King of Wands, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Hermit card definitely coming out, which we spoke upon with the candle. It's more a lantern in the imagery. But it's a time period for you of individuality, experience, and for a select few, a level of inexperience or levels of inexperience that you will need to build, right? Build that experience in a new field or with that expansion. Learn it as you go, sort of trial and error process. Anyways, and I feel like when you do have question marks or blanks you want filled in, you're not fully understanding something, there's one if not multiple people that spirit will guide towards you, or you'll be guided towards, or meeting halfway, and that answer or question mark blank will be provided to you as it's meant to. But if we're being honest, Taurus, there are certain conflictions or certain confrontations or difficulties. I want to say even competition that you are sensing, having to deal with as well, or in general. It feels like this is a time for you to steer clear of work, maybe family or roommate drama. Oh, it's good advice in general, but there's a feeling of the month definitely having certain Five of Wands moments outside of you, right, in your external reality, and this is not for you to get wrapped up with, especially those of which stepping into a new position or another type of new opportunity. The beginning impressions, the beginning stage or stages is very key for the success of the future of that opportunity. But there is part of you that's very guarded, but ready to, or partially ready to move towards more for yourself once again. At the very least, more financial comfort and cleaning up all the meanwhile. But I do sense that you are feeling a little bit limited, a bit trapped. If you're feeling any sense of financial restraint, limitation in I want to say the first week or two, that's going to start to clear up by the end of the month or by the second half once again. But I also feel like some Tauruses, you're going to need to remember, okay, to clean up because it's going to help your mental state, your decision-making process. But I also feel like there's one, if not multiple, goals financially that you will meet by the end of the month, however that looks for you. You might have, it might be a situation where you haven't come up with it yet, but I feel like the majority of which, if that's for you, you've already decided on what that goal was before watching this reading. Beautiful. Or goals. There could be multiple. But there is a focus on when you're feeling motivated, uplifted, ready to go, and other times when you're feeling more weighed down and tired, depleted. That may just be because you're working a lot, have a lot going on within, outside of you, even more than meets the eye. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is certain factors at home and or at work affecting you for the better and for the worse. When somebody's energy isn't present in a situation and you feel lighter than ever, motivated, not perfect, but feeling better than you were, speaks a lot about their energy, even if you're not one to consider yourself an empath. But the Six of Swords in reverse, because there is a situation, a commitment of some sort that you're not meant to leave behind at the very least before the end of this period, all right, before the end of January, because it's meant to continue. Now, again, how long it's meant to continue past this month, that's going to differ from case to case. But there's something about this needing to continue, and this being a very, at least for the most part, a very, they're saying to yourself accomplishing kind of month for you, where you're reminded why one, if not multiple, opportunities from the past had to be wrapped up with a bow and left behind, as they're truly showing me the good tarot sun card. Definitely has left you with more happiness throughout the month in general and more fulfillment, even if it's hard to notice at certain points. But they're saying more so moving forward. All right. You just need to trust in the process, trust in the decisions you've made. And as long as you're trusting your intuition and selectively spiritual guidance throughout this month, trust in the decisions, the solidifying that's coming to be now as well. But the Four of Cups and the King of Wands, because there is a boldness about how you are moving forward, you're accomplishing once again, you're connecting with people towards success. You're leaving people with a sense of awe coming to be. I'm hearing justification. Okay, you might be justifying this or that, whether it's spending money, whether it's, dilly-dallying for some or delaying this or that. And you might find that's actually a work of spirit in the background all the meanwhile. But I do sense that in the midst of you regaining or enhancing your confidence, your power even, when it comes to a body of work, your career in general, when it comes to your finances, your bond, your connection, or lack thereof, which with money, you are going to be reminded left and right as to who and what's not meant for you. Maybe an energy or two at work and or at home. Could be in regards to, again, past opportunities or one in particular. And it could be for some, if you're looking for a new door to open, a new job, a new place to live, a different type of investment, you are going to see it quite clearly. Whether you want to pay attention and trust that, that's a different story. But you're going to be shown quite clearly through feelings, moments, experiences, observation, flashbacks even to the past for some. It's going to highlight very much so what's not meant for you. Anyways, and again, who. But I do feel like this is a month for you to conquer, to succeed, and to pave the way again towards more. Let's pull a couple more tarot. We want one more from the good tarot. Ooh, the Ten of Fire. Yeah, I mean, this is a very, or typically a heavy energy, but in another 10. 10 is abundance. But it feels like there are certain stresses, difficulties that you deal with, and again, heaviness for some, but it's not going to get in the way of you succeeding. They just very much reminded me in that channeling moment of a past Taurus reading from months ago. Very interesting. You might get a flashback to a few months ago, and this will be of importance for you. But it feels like you are going through a very fiery, passionate, but grounded balancing act once again. Feeling like at times you're putting on a bit of a juggling act, a show, whether it was your choice and or not. But I wouldn't be surprised if you're being pushed to release and or put down some stresses that are not meant to be carried and juggled by you. Is that your concern, your responsibility at work? Then we're not going to carry that weight moving forward, period. Or at least after a certain point. Again, that could be, if we didn't say it already, if you're an empath or partially energy at work and or at home, or when you're out and about, maybe spending money, acquiring this and that. But it feels like a time period for you to recognize how much more efficiently you're able to deal with this or that, to release this or that, to accomplish this or that. It's because of your experience, your knowledge, your wisdom, and your intuition and spiritual guidance all the meanwhile. Anyways, very wordy reading. Look at that, the Magician at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Queen of Cups and the Temperance card. It is a month where, with the car beeping in the background, certain disturbances, I heard deletion, certain delays, again, annoyance may come to be, but it's not nearly as bad as what you once dealt with. But it's a time period for you where 12:10 and 12:11 will come into play. You're manifesting in a very fulfilling manner, but it does entail you having to have patience left and right when it comes to transportation that you're taking or waiting for, when it comes to, again, disturbances, noise, energy, spirituality, when it comes to getting things done. But you need to remember throughout the month, Taurus, that when you're meant to when you're meant to manifest something or co-create something, it'll happen at the right time. A divine timing reminder coming through on so many levels. When you're meant to accomplish something for work or gain that new opportunity of some sort, or reconnect or connect with somebody that you're meant to or you need to, all of which will happen when it's meant to, okay? You need to have patience. But are you feeling balanced within? You may be appearing more balanced than you're actually feeling due to certain factors affecting you, due to having a lot on your plate, adjusting to a new situation for some, or adjusting to an adjustment within a continuing situation. But it is a time period for you, my friend, where the magic is very much relevant, very present within you, within what you're creating, developing, who you're connecting with, what you're beginning and or continuing. But it feels like you're being reminded the possibilities are truly, truly endless for you because you deserve it. You've worked towards it. And it's a time for you to continue what's meant to be continued. For some, begin what's meant to be begun, and pave the way again towards more success. You might even find that you're very, very inspirational throughout the month at certain points, whether it's online and or in person. There's just a feeling of you waking up and catching the inspirational bug. Interesting wording. I don't know if I've ever said that, but they're telling you not to question it, but to roll with it, to inspire other people, and through it all, at the very least, what they're saying is inspire yourself, okay? You never know what beautiful accomplishments, creations, developments can come from that. But I do sense that there are going to be random moments throughout the month where you have a lot of energy. Put it to good use, proper, productive use. When you're feeling more expressive, a bit showy, wanting to be in the spotlight, put it to use. You're going to thank yourself, and other people will thank you in the end as well. But in the midst of, again, needing to have patience, and in the midst of all of this fulfillment, you're going to be reminded, and other people will be reminded of how good of a soul you truly are. and how golden you have become over time with a skill set, if not two at most. They're labeling it now as a talent. But I wouldn't be surprised if you're reminded that you have to, here or there, continuously pour into your cup to pour into the cup of others or somebody else of significance. But it's a time period for you where they're saying you're reaching for the stars or for your North Star, for more guidance, more drive, even. And in the midst of which you are manifesting one, if not multiple, wish fulfillments, definitely somehow tied to your money, even if it's not directly. But I do feel as if this is a very important month for you where a lot of cleaning up is taking place once again, passionate developments, accomplishments, and shifting in the right direction. And I honestly feel like there's one situation for some, whether it's at home, it could be at work where you're running your business, or that business situation. It's one of the situations, or that one that you're not meant to leave behind, at least not yet. Bear with me. It is going to change for the better for you after this month, but this month will even be better than, I want to say, December. Okay, even if it's in comparison to a different situation. But it feels like there's improvement taking place for you, my friend, left and right. It's well deserved. It's earned, even in the midst of a lot of annoyance that I feel like you do deal with from day to day or just occasionally. Let's pull a couple more before we wrap this up. Okay, one or two fell into the floor. The Ace of Pentacles, we're going from this in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Again, cleaning things up, more abundance, not just financial, but definitely part of your month, to say the very least. I'm now hearing more than expected. Don't be surprised if there is a lot of information flowing towards you and from you, maybe as a result for some, like myself. Spiritual guidance, informing coming through, downloads, right? Could definitely be intuitive hits, even if that's not a direct part or strategy for your work. It could definitely help you with a project at hand, or that work situation at hand, or maybe a money matter or two. There's a feeling of a lot of messages flowing towards you, and those of which beginning a new job or another type of career opportunity. Naturally, a lot of gifted information is coming forth towards you and can be translated or utilized more in your individual way to be successful. I also feel like even if you're continuing a career situation, it could be a new one, right? With what's given to you knowledge-wise, experience-wise, information-wise, intertwine that, pair that, and even intuitively use it from time to time, with what you've gained with a similar experience, or maybe with that new one. Does that make sense? Bear with me as I got a little bit lost there, but this month definitely shows you evidence that you're meant to go from the Ace of Cups in reverse, a lack of abundance, even though there is some to be admired and appreciative of. But we're turning in the upright by, I want to say, the midpoint of the month or so, and seeing more abundance overflow from your cup and into your situation. They're saying into your bank account, if that's relevant. But your third eye is going to open throughout the month in regards to what you've yet to achieve, how big or how successful you're meant to be, and how rich you're meant to be in this lifetime, which I know we've been saying in these Taurus readings. But to get ready to wrap this up, this is a very important, transitional, successful month for you, where you're getting ready to progressively say goodbye once again to those financial concerns. Beautiful. So Taurus, I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.